Happy May the 4th, and today I will be discussing the one and only Star Tours attraction at numerous Disney parks. Star Tours first opened in Disneyland in 1987, and then later opened at MGM Studios in 1989, and it was a first of its kind attraction, not only being the first attraction to be based on a third-party IP at the time, but it was also the first major motion simulator ride in theme park history, with an innovative ride system being inspired by military-grade flight simulators. Back then, it was a huge hit with guests being amazed by its technology. They've never seen anything like it before. However, after almost 40 years, does Star Tours have much time left? Before I go into any detail, I need to remind you that this is all entirely speculation, as there has been no official statement from Disney if Star Tours is going away. No need to go into DEFCON 1. So, the problem with attractions whose main appeal is the technology fall into the problem becoming dated as technologies advance rapidly. Just look at rides like Buzz Lightyear and Jimmy Fallon. Not only that, but 3D attractions are slowly biting the dust, with It's Tough to Debug just closing last month and Muppet Vision 3D is set to close in June. Now, many people will be quick to think that Star Tours isn't popular anymore due to its low wait times, even during peak times, but its minimal waits are actually because it's a very high capacity attraction, being able to hold up to 1,800 riders per hour. Star Tours is also shown to still remain fresh over the years with constant updates with new scenarios to correspond with new movies and TV shows. A big appeal of the ride is how no two rides will be the same, as the scenarios are randomized and the Rebel Spy will always be someone different. But there's a big elephant in the room, and that's a certain other nearby attraction, that being the Millennium Falcon ride. Now, most people will point out how Millennium Falcon is basically a modern Star Tours, making the latter obsolete. Now, I'm going to say something very controversial, but I prefer Star Tours to Millennium Falcon. I just find Star Tours the more fun attraction due to its unpredictability with all the scenarios. Millennium Falcon just feels so repetitive, as it only has one mission where you go to Corellia to retrieve something that I don't really know, and you're being instructed by Hondo Ohnaka, which, to go on a side tangent, what is Hondo doing here? He was an adult during the Clone Wars, which took place like 50-something years before the sequel trilogy. Shouldn't he be very elderly by the time this ride takes place? Anyways, Millennium Falcon feels extreme and honest, because if you aren't the pilot, all you're doing is spamming buttons. So, I guess Star Tours has the edge to Millennium Falcon due to the different scenarios. Now, if I was making this video a year ago, this is where the video would end. However, last D23, we got an announcement that to coincide with the new Mandalorian and Grogu movie, Smuggler's Run will be getting a new mission where you can join Mando and Grogu on various battles across the galaxy. Once this is implemented in both Disneyland and Hollywood Studios, Star Tours will have lost its uniqueness compared to the other simulator themed to Star Wars. So, does this mean Star Tours has become redundant? Is it going to join the big list of defunct attractions? Well, it's complicated. Do I want it to close? Absolutely not, for reasons I've already mentioned in this video, and because the parks need expansions rather than replacing perfectly fine attractions. Hollywood Studios, which already has terrible capacity, has Muppets set to close in June, with it being replaced with Monsters Inc., and Rock and Roller Coaster is going to turn into Muppets, so hypothetically, a Star Tours replacement ain't happening anytime soon. But if you want me to give you a straight answer to this video's title, I honestly don't know. Star Wars is and will continue to be a cultural phenomenon, no matter how much Disney drags it down through mediocre TV shows made to fill a quota. And as long as those mediocre TV shows are pumped out, Star Tours will be updated time and time again. But if somehow Star Tours is replaced in like 10 or 20 years from now, then boy, I hate being right all the time.